Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Books with Bree. I'm Brienne, and today I want to go over my January 2022 TBR with you guys. I have a good 5 books that I want to finish that I've already started reading, and another 6 that I want to read on top of it. I know that sounds a little ambitious, but my Goodreads goal for the year is 100 books, and so that is more than enough to meet the mile marker of reading enough books for this month to stay on track. Let me show you guys what I've got real quick. So first I'm going to start with the books that I've already started. So first I have The Babysitters 1 and 2 by R.L. Stein. I am on page 63, chapter 8 of this book, and it is 167 pages long for book 1. Book 2 is the other half of the book, and I plan to at least finish the first one in the month of January. This follows Jenny as she is babysitting for this new family and starts to receive weird and creepy phone calls, which is extremely worrying to her considering there has been a string of attacks on babysitters in her town as of lately. So just take caution when you read this and make sure to check trigger warnings in case thriller or horror is not something you usually read. The next book I want to finish reading in the month of January is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, book 1 out of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. I've actually never been able to completely make my way through this series, which I know, shocker, considering I've read all of Cassandra Clare's books and there's so many of them. But I started reading this when I was in like the 5th grade and could never bring myself to finish it because I was such a massive Harry Potter fan at the time. But now I'm getting into it and I'm like, what in the world was wrong with my teeny tiny 4th, 5th grade mind that thought that this wasn't spectacular? So I am currently on page 29 of this book. This next one I technically haven't started, but it is in this book, which has got at least like 4 books in it. So these are some of the first Fear Street books from R.L. Stein. I want to read Surprise Party by R.L. Stein. It is the 2nd Fear Street book ever written or published. And I have already read New Girl in this book, so it works out perfectly. I'm trying to read these ones in chronological order or publication order, whichever you want to call it. Yes, I cannot wait to try and read that one. I'm not exactly sure what it's for or what the plot of it is. I just, in my head, it's called Surprise Party, so I'm expecting some sort of surprise party to be mentioned or used in some sort of way to further the plot, but we will see. The second to last book that I've started and want to finish in January is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This follows, this book follows Pip and Ravi as they go and team up together to try and solve or resolve this murder case that happened in their town years ago that revolves around Ravi's older brother, who has now passed away, being the murder suspect and his girlfriend being the victim. For both of them, it doesn't sit right. Ravi, of course, because it's his brother, and to him, his brother could never do that to someone. And for Pip, because she grew up around Ravi's older brother with her best friend and her best friend's older sibling. I started this back in November, and I don't remember exactly why I stopped, but I am currently on page 111, and that's actually a good chunk of the book. I could honestly finish this in maybe 2 or 3 days, and that's kind of the plan. And finally, the last book that I've started and want to finish in the month of January is Crier's War by Nina Varela. I started reading this last summer. Never finished it because I went into a major reading slump, which I think this is one of the last books I was reading when I last posted on here. But I am currently on page 281 or 280 and could easily finish this in a day. Like if I sat down for a good 2, 3, maybe 4 hours, I would finish this book, which I will probably do tomorrow after work or before. I might wake up like excessively early or not go to bed tonight. We'll see. And now on to the books I haven't even started yet that I want to finish in January. So first I have a Goosebumps book by R.L. Stein. It's the last R.L. Stein book this month, I promise. And that is Say Cheese and Die. It is one of the other Goosebumps books that I have. I have 10 of the probably hundreds that have been published at this point. I don't know how many, but I want to read them all, and they're really small, so I can get through them in like a day and a half, if that. Next, I want to read Carvalhal by Stephanie Garber. I have heard so many amazing things about this book, and I have books 1, 2, and 3. I have the entire trilogy. I still have not yet tried to start this. So that's my goal. I just want to get through the first one to decide if I like the series this month or not, so that if I don't end up liking it, I can donate the entire series to a little library or to Goodwill or my public library, because they're all always looking for books, which is amazing. Next, I have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This is the other book that they have published. I read Red, White, and Royal Blue after a long time of seeing it hyped up and just everyone gushing over. And I couldn't resist picking it up after a while, and I did, and I loved it. And now I can't wait to jump into this romance novel that they have written about a woman loving women relationship that is written by somebody who is part of the LGBTQ plus community, which I just love supporting. So as part of it, I can't wait to see how amazing this book is. The next book I have is Sadie by Courtney Summers. This is supposed to be a mystery thriller, a murder mystery thriller, which I can't wait to get into, because as of lately, I have been like head over heels in love with mystery thrillers. I don't understand why I stayed away from them for so long and just solely stuck to romance. Don't get me wrong, I still love the romance novels. They are amazing. They are chef kisses. I love them. But mystery thrillers they have scratched something in my brain that has itched for years, and I'm in love. I can't help myself. I can't wait to see how amazing Courtney Summers' book is. It's supposed to be really good. I've heard so many people rave over it for years, and I know it's not that popular, but it was really big where I went to high school, and so many people loved it. So now I'm finally getting into it, like I do with a lot of books, very late into the game. Second to last book that I want to read in January is, again, another one that I am very late to the game on, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I did not buy this one brand new. I will not buy any of her books brand new. I bought this one from Goodwill, like in brand new condition. We do not support Sarah J. Maas. She is very homophobic. She does not have proper representation of race, gender, identity, or sexual identities, and she uses those as token characters when she does have them, which is horrible. But I have heard so many people rave about the world building and the plot, so that's what I'm going to try and read it for. There is no promises that I will make it through it, but I do want to give it a shot. But when I did first get this, it was pitched to me as a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which I'm not so sure how that's going to be. And finally, the piece de la resistance is Crush by Tracy Wolff. I actually read, Crave last month in December. or November. I think it was December. And I like fell in love. I love all the characters. I read it within a week. And these things are massive. And she's coming out with them so quickly. But this is, if I am not mistaken, this book picks up directly after the first. But I feel like there is a gap of time between them. But I'm not sure because I haven't even started it yet. So, we'll see. But I love the characters in here, and I hope they bring more of Hudson into this book, which I am almost positive that they will. Because again, I am very far behind on this series. I have books 1 and 2 and 3, and this is book 2. So I'm finally reading these when I wasn't before. But now I am, and I can't wait to fall in love with this world all over again. Alright guys, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little bell button down there that lets you guys know anytime that I have uploaded a new video. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Please let me know down in the comment section below if you've read any of the books that I'm trying to read this month. No spoilers, please. Those are the bane of my existence. And let me know what your favorite book that you're going to try and read this month is. What one you're most excited to read. I can't wait to see what you guys choose.